The city of Rancho Palos Verdes and the accountability gap. The Rancho Palos Verdes fiscal 2025 to 2026 budget approved by the city council was approximately $41.5 million, with about $8.5 to $8.6 million allocated for the contract with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, approximately 20.5% of the city's total fiscal 2025 to 2026 budget. This was an increase of 4% over the 2024 to 2025 budgets. Yet the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has reduced transparency, presenting a problem because residents are less able to monitor crime trends, evaluate public safety conditions, and hold government agencies accountable. Limited access to timely and detailed crime information weakens public trust, reduces community awareness, and makes it more difficult for neighborhoods to work together effectively on crime prevention and public safety efforts. Transparency lost. How RPV residents were left in the dark. At one time, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department provided weekly detailed reports covering both Part 1 and Part 2 crimes, giving residents a clear and transparent understanding of criminal activity in the community. These reports included detailed incident descriptions, date and time ranges, locations, methods of entry, property losses, and arrest activity. Today, residents are instead directed to a county crime mapping webpage that reports only limited Part 1 crimes and provides minimal detail or context, excluding Part 2 offenses, arrest information, and meaningful descriptions of crime patterns. As a result, the newer format significantly reduces transparency, making it more difficult for the public to accurately assess crime trends, understand neighborhood safety issues, and evaluate the effectiveness of law enforcement efforts. Flock Safety, ALPR, Technology Automatic License Plate Readers. The city and residents have spent thousands of dollars on security cameras, yet the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department has not effectively utilized the data, often appearing overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information produced. As a result, valuable evidence and investigative leads go underused, limiting the effectiveness of these investments in improving public safety and reducing crime. A 40% drop in crime sounds great until you do the math yourself. Reports made at city council meetings are often misleading when statistics are presented without proper context. For example, claims that burglaries are down by 40% may sound significant, but when the historical average is only about 5 incidents per month, a reduction of just 2 cases can produce that percentage. Such small numerical changes fall within the normal fluctuations seen over several years and may not represent a meaningful long-term trend. Presenting statistics without acknowledging these variations can create a false impression about actual crime conditions and public safety progress. Half the crime stats, half the truth. Presenting only Part 1, crime statistics can distort the true crime picture in the city because it excludes many offenses that significantly affect residents' daily lives and perceptions of safety. While Part 1 crimes measure serious violent and property offenses, they do not include many quality-of-life crimes such as vandalism, fraud, trespassing, vehicle break-ins, retail theft, and other nuisance-related activity. As a result, the sheriff may report that crime is down, even while residents experience increasing disorder and higher calls for service. A complete assessment of public safety should include both Part 1 and Part 2 crimes, calls for service, arrest trends, and quality-of-life issues to provide a more accurate picture of crime in the community. When crime pays, criminals stay. So what does all this mean? Yes, Rancho Palos Verdes is generally considered one of the safer cities in California, but the city is given a more moderate grade because property crime, especially burglary and theft, is somewhat elevated relative to similarly affluent suburban communities. We are averaging approximately 60 residential burglaries and just over 500 total reported crimes per year, with apparently little or no follow-through to catch and prosecute the criminal element. This invites further crime as the risk-reward benefits are in the favor of the criminal.